This is a home inspection of unit 303. We're going to start here on the exterior. The gas is off, and here's some information here. And it seems like the company is coming back to run anything with gas, which is basically the hot water heater and the stove. So it's according to the seller and Gina, they are coming tomorrow. So, okay, so we are continuing on the outside, and then we'll finish up inside. Take a look also the roof. Was able to get up there with the ladder, and I looked inside on all the exterior, all the perimeters around. It seems to be a newer roof because I could still see some chalk lines on where they located the screws, the holding screws on the roof. And also, I could see that they put it on top of the old roof that was asphalt shingles. So that is not bad. That is actually beneficial. It reduces the heat to the house. So coming around here, the driveway needs some TLC here. You can see it's pretty damaged here and here and here, and then some damages on the steps. This one is missing a piece, and then up here we could see that it's getting lifted, and probably because of infiltration of water. So they usually swell and lift up like that. So that could be actually repaired. Okay, so continue on the exterior. It's recommended that any vegetation be taken away from the structure. That way you do not invite termites. I did not see any evidence of termites. There's some water damage to the wood, but not termites. It's dry rot. In other words, the wood dries, and then it gets wet and it dries, and in that sequence it rots. So some of the steps are loose, and they all need to be secured for safety purposes, as you can see. And then some of these column caps right here are loose again, so they have no structural value other than cover for like a rain cap. So that those need to be secured. This vegetation here would need to be trimmed. This one to it as well. I wrote this up here because there's a lot of mildew built up in here. Usually you could power wash it and then apply bleach to it, and it'll kill it immediately. So again, more vegetation against the house. Step is missing, and some of these are loose. So if you were to hold on to them, they're mainly as a rain cap, but again, they should be secured. Okay, continuing here on the retaining wall, seems to be in good shape here. Not a problem there. The deck is in good shape, so not a problem here. So we're going to continue now to go inside. Before we go inside, you see that this is missing here, but it looks like it's located right here. That's the weather cap, and it should be secured. Okay. This is the first room we come in. In order to be considered a room or a bedroom, you would need to also have a closet. So that would be the qualification for that. So that one doesn't have a closet, and this one here does not have a closet as well. Coming here into the balcony, railing in good shape. The wood is in good shape here. These panels probably have to be cut and replaced. They were painted, but they're a little bit damaged in there. So that's basically those. I check all those outlets. The outlets are good. Electric, they are GFI protected on the panel, so that is a good thing. So coming inside here, this is the bathroom on the second floor. I did not find any shut-off valves in here. So if you need to work on this, you have to basically remove the or shut off the main water supply. This is this tub right here, and this chandelier lights supposed to be 8 feet from the top of the edge of the tub, and also the tub should be secured. It's sort of like you can move it right now, and it should be secured basically to make sure that you protect the plumbing. This is reverse. The hot and cold are reverse. So when you put it to hot, it gets cold, and vice versa. No problem with the toilet here. Going down the stairs now. Let's go into this room here before we go. This one has a closet, so this one is good. The bedrooms, they'll have smoke detectors, which is good. The steps are in good shape. So here we are. In terms of the air conditioning, there's a couple air conditioning thermostat that do not work, probably from an old system. There's no vents or supply vents in the rooms, and there's no heat as well. The only thing we have is the mini split here, which is a heat pump, but only for this area, not for the rest of the house. The fireplace requires a damper. I did not see a damper. This right here, again, the plumber's coming tomorrow, the gas company, to take care of this because of the fact that it was shut off. The dishwasher did not, it works, it responds, but there was no water coming up. These outlets are GFCI protected. They are protected in the main breaker, which I'll show you what that is in a minute. So coming over here in this bedroom, it does have a closet, and it has means of egress, which is basically having a window in the case of an emergency, but it needs to have a smoke detector. You get a smoke detector for about $20. This drywall here, I would ask for it to be repaired, and there was a bypass here that they cap. You can see it could be water or gas. It's hard to tell. So in this bathroom here, it does have the shut-off valves in here, and the exhaust fans do work. And these lights, the exhaust fan here, and this right here, and these lights work, but these lights here might have to, the light bulbs might need to be replaced. Okay, so that's that in here. Continuing, there's no ice or water out of this thing. It is pretty old, and you can see there's nothing there. Continuing here into this hallway, we will end up in the garage. So hot water heater, they give me temperature about 117, 118, even though the gas is shut off, but it kept this temperature. It is 2025, it is 40 gallons. This is a temperature relief valve. It is required to be drained, but obviously we are internally here. This is just in case the temperature gets too hot or too much pressure. It would open up over here and release the water. There's a drain right here. Maybe it could be connected here. The only problem is that it might be a trip hazard. The washer and dryer, we checked for power and for water supply. It does have both, but instead of having it come through here to exhaust the dryer vent, they have it right here underneath this sink, which is not a good idea because this is going to get full of lint. This hot water heater seems to be abandoned. It is not working, probably was in the past. This garage door opener, it's old and it does not have the safety requirements, which would be to have the infrared sensors that would return the door. The door makes a lot of noise. I made a video for it, and basically it would need to be adjusted. There's some stains over here in the ceilings, but they're not wet. These are the stain here. They could be plumbing stains. They could be from something that might happen on the second floor, but probably asking the seller to give us a little more definition as to why it happened. This is where the main breaker is, a main panel, and they're labeled, and I opened that up to make sure that everything is good inside. There's not one main throw switch in here. It is recommended, but it's technically not required. It's just a recommendation. Unfortunately, if you have to work completely on this, or if it has to be replaced, it has to be shut off at the main by the electrical company. But if you were to work on anything here, you just shut off the individual breaker for any appliances that you're working on. They're labeled, nothing burnt. Obviously, there's no more space here. This would have been the space to shut off the main panel. All right, so I'll send the reports. If you have any questions, you give me a call. Thanks. Have a great day.